So, hi. Yeah, I'm the music man. I do those fun little videos on Hoyo Lab, and I do literally nothing else. I make wallpapers, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. So, trying something new here. Trying just to see if anyone cares what I have to say about a almost 3-year-old game, but yeah, let's just ramble and talk and see how this goes. I'm actually writing a real, actual script for what hopefully will be a video essay at some point. I don't know. I said I was gonna take a break from stuff, and I am. I'm working, but I don't know. I do not know. It's a lot of stuff right now. Just figuring it out. But yeah, let's not worry about real life. Let's talk about Genshin Impact and oh boy, that 3.8 update. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, it looks fine. Kaya's outfit's cool. Klee's outfit is cute, but it's Golden Apple without Golden Apple. And that's kind of what made Golden Apple and like the summer update special, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm sorry I'm not excited. Like, I haven't really been excited about Genshin in a long time. Like, 3.7, holy crap, 3.7, that was a fucking... 3.7 was rough. I uninstalled the game twice, and reinstalled it twice during 3.7. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, it wasn't good. It was boring. How do you make a game? I know exactly how you make a game that's boring. You take a game that's actually good, you squander its potential, and don't do anything with it for several updates over time. I think that's always been Genshin's problem. It is a very, very good idea and concept. It's a very good, fun idea and concept, you know, it's kind of like modern day Avatar, going to all these nations, learning the elements to stop a big bad threat, and we're gonna be a great hero and fulfill our destiny and all that. And I think it could work. Like, that's always been Genshin's problem. It could work if it was a narrative-focused game, but it's not. It's never been a story-focused game. It's an exploration game. It's an overworld exploration game. Like, people call that rip-off Breath of the Wild for a reason, because Breath of the Wild's biggest selling point is the open world and the exploration. And Genshin does do that, and it does it differently, granted, but it doesn't do it in a way that's necessarily better or worse. It's different. It's kind of just been different for 3 years and hasn't done anything super unique or new. Like the mushrooms, like the bouncy mushrooms in Sumeru, that's not really cool or unique. I mean, it was initially, I guess, but aside from that, what else? Like, there's the chasm vents, which were basically the same. Like, underwater is getting added in Fontaine, and people are excited about that, but like, has anyone ever been excited about a water level in a video game ever? Like, that's literally the meme. No one likes water levels, and that's literally Fontaine. It's the France steampunk water level, so everyone's gonna hate it probably. And look, it's fine. Rip-off pom-pom is kind of stupid looking, and like the best thing I thought from Fontaine was just Hydro Traveler's color scheme, because I like the blue and gold and yellow and white. That looks cool. That looks neat. Blue is just a very solid color that's always good for stuff like that, but like, I don't know. Like, there's just a lot of problems with this game. And it's not like new issues, it's culminating issues. It's stuff that's been in the game for a while, that's only gotten worse and worse and worse over time, until eventually just getting to where it is now. Like, I'm talking about this in that thing I'm writing, that potential video essay. Like, I talk about how, like, Emblem, like, ruined the artifact balancing because that set and that domain is so often farmed, and both sets in it are just ridiculously good. And I talk about how Dendro kind of just ruins the elemental balancing, because now Geo is virtually irrelevant. Everyone needs to use like Dendro, Hydro, and Electro to some degree, and I guess Pyro if you want to, but not really, because Burgeon's useless. I've never seen a Burgeon team ever. And people have said that Burgeon Dea was the best thing for her, and like, oh yeah, well, you know what else they said? They said Emblem was her best 4-piece set too, so like, I don't know, like, Genshin's just, it's in a weird state, and I don't really know how else to really talk about it, because it's like, that's why I'm writing it, that's why I'm writing my thing, because I want to put my thoughts onto paper and actually do something. That's why this video is just a ramble thing. It's just a test, you know, just testing water, saying your thoughts and getting it out there for people to hear, but like, that's why, I'm not a good writer. I'm trying my best to be better. I'm writing a lot. I'm trying to be a better writer, but it's hard because it takes practice. And like, trying to cover something as big as this is something that I think is a good way to practice, because it makes you have to think about things like that. Because it's like, remember back when Albedo's 2.3 quest came? You know, sus Beto, there's an imposter among us. God, that's stupid. But like, the fact that that quest was event limited, and if you missed it, you can never play it again. That's insane. That's insanity. Like, it's the same shit for Festering Desire and like Golden Apple and all that, but like, the fact that the game literally has to use fear of missing out as an incentive for you to play, it's ridiculous. Cause like, it's not even like you could just go back and play it later. No, if you miss it, you can never go back to Golden Apple until it comes back again in a future update. That's ridiculous. That's like if you were playing like Mario or something and you were exploring the world or whatever, and you couldn't go back to World 4 until like a certain patch came through, but you had already beaten it and already done all of it, and you want to go back and replay it. Nope, you can't. You have to wait till it's done. Like, that's insane, but we're okay with it because Genshin, and it's just what they do. It's crazy. That's why, like, people shit on Dragonspine for having stupid mechanics like hypothermia and just freezing to death, but like, did you think that was bad? Like, then, like, the Dragonspine's a good area, not because it has like anything super unique or interesting. It's different. It's the only ice section of the game until Shinazanaya comes out, if I'm even pronouncing that name right. But like, yeah, my god. Like, the fact that we don't have snow in Genshin. Snow is not a thing that happens. It's exclusive to Dragonspine. You don't get snow in Liyue, you don't get snow in Sumeru, duh, obviously. You don't get snow in Inazuma. It's only in one section of Mondstadt. That's just crazy. And like, I've thought about this. I talk about both areas like Enkanomiya and the Chasm and stuff like that, and how they do exploration stuff, and how they are also like additional areas as well. But like, they're just not as good. Like, Enkanomiya's lore is neat, but they didn't do anything with it. Like, it's all side stuff. It's supplementary. You don't have to do any of it on. You're not forced to go through it. Like, this is why I'm rambling and just saying my thoughts. This is not a professional thing at all. Oh god, but yeah, like, the fact that we have to go out of our way to learn more about Enkanomiya, it's not just part of the story. Or if it was, like, it's been so long, and we haven't had to go back there ever since. It's crazy. I mean, Dainsleif doesn't even show up in this place, despite the Abyss showing up. And like, there's tons of stuff that we learn about in this place, and how there's like a ritual sacrifice to a sun god or something, kids getting killed in a furnace, and there's the chasm and all its shit, and that happens. That is actually something to do with Dane, thank god. But god, Karibear was like, speaking of Dane, Karibear, that quest is both interesting and stupid. Like, it basically just confirms that yes, Kaya has something to do with Conrad, which we knew. We've known that for a while, game. That's not new information. Like, we know that's the case. We don't care. Like, there's nothing new about that. Sorry, my dad's new. Yeah, like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is just rambling, part 1 of something. Maybe I'll do more of these. I don't know. I'm just trying something new and different. If you like it, great. If not, cool. Just tell me what you think. Ah, god. This game is giving me... I have so many thoughts I want to say about this game. And the fact that I am trying my best to coordinate and organize these thoughts. And I'm only rambling right now. Like, god. This is what happens when you get writer brain rot, basically. Like, this is what happens. You don't think things through, you just say and put it on the page and fix it later. And, to be honest, I kind of feel like some of the stuff would get you. Because, like, who wanted a TCG update? Like, who cared enough about that? Like, I'm glad they want to keep that game mode alive. Like, I played it for, like, a little bit when it first came out, and I thought it was neat, but then, like, I'm not into card games, I guess, so I just didn't keep playing it. They also didn't keep adding stuff to it, or if they did, it was not anything big. They didn't keep doing event stuff for it. They didn't make you have to play it to learn to like it or whatever, or actually learn more of the mechanics or strategy. You just play it sometimes, maybe get a little Prima Gems here and there, get some rewards, and maybe do the achievements if you want to. But, like, there's no incentive to do it. It's like, why did I do fishing? Because I wanted the catch. Why? Because the catch was a good weapon. It was the only weapon that was really good for Raiden if you didn't get engulfing lightning, which for a long ass time I didn't. So that was my weapon for her. So I fished. And, like, I haven't fished since. Like, I didn't go for whatever the fish bow was in Sumeru. I didn't want to relive the fishing trauma for all that shit. I mean, I got the fish claymore, but that's kind of it. Like, I don't know. It's just, there's so much weird stuff in Genshin. Stuff that's cool, that's there, but also feels completely ancillary and unnecessary. Like, fishing is there and it's neat. There's animal catching. You can catch animals if you have Mora, and you can buy the nets for them. But they're only a limited supply per week, so you can't just board up a bunch of them. God, like, that's the problem I think with Genshin. Genshin, like, is held back, but also benefits from being a gacha game and having, like, patch setup stuff. Because, like, I'm telling you this right now, if Genshin came out with everything and had all the characters available from the get-go, and you could just unlock them at your own discretion, or you could just blaze through and do the story mode for it, you could probably beat every Archon quest and beat the main story of Genshin in probably a week or two, which is kind of sad. Because, like, the story's not even all out yet, but a lot of it's just dialogue bloat. So if you just skip the dialogue and don't take anything, you just speedrun and beat it, you could probably do it, and you could probably do it pretty fast. But, like, because it's a gacha game, because you have to grind and play through it and do it as the game wants you to, like, you can't. Like, it almost feels like it's sort of trying to be an MMO at times, but also not, because there's just so much grind in Genshin. Because, like, that's the only way to make people play. Because, like, Resin, God, when I was writing that script thing, and I had to go back to version 1.0 to look at stuff, the fact that Resin used to be at 120 for the cap is insanity. It's insane. Who would ever think that 120 is ever enough? Especially considering that, like, domain bosses like Devalin and Boreas or Andreas or whatever, that cost 60 back then. It cost 60 resin. So if you did those, good luck doing anything else. You can only fight one other boss character thing. You can only fight one, like, hypostasis or Registine for the rest of the day until your resin came back up, or you used the fragile, which you weren't really supposed to do. So I don't know. I've been rambling for 13 minutes. I'm just trying to make something, I guess, or get something on the ground before I make an actual effort-y video, something that's good. I don't know. This is just for fun. Like, I'm trying to just have fun and voice my concerns. So I didn't even talk about Star Rail and how Star Rail is just, it's not perfect by any means, but compared to what it's doing, it's better than Genshin. Which, like, no shit, obviously it's better than Genshin. It has the benefit of hindsight. Like, that's the problem Genshin has. Genshin doesn't use hindsight often for its own updates and versions. The Toyo devs just use it for the other stuff. Like, okay, this didn't work in Genshin, let's not do this in our other games that people still play. Like, either Honkai, I guess. There's Honkai Impact 3rd, and there's also Honkai Star Rail now. We're not gonna use those for... We're gonna use those as, I guess, things to remember. I don't know. God, I'm tired. I go to bed in 3 hours, 2.5 maybe. and I'm trying to just do something fun, have something fun and enjoy it, and just ramble about stuff, but I don't know. I'll post this video, it's just for fun, it's just for sillies, I don't care. YouTube's a shit show, I'm not doing this to have a career, I'm just having fun making stupid music things on the internet. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, if not, great, if you did, cool, bye, I guess, I don't know.